Got Nathan Urbach on the line. Join him on Twitter, talking Notre Dame football on a regular basis. We bring him in here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. Please subscribe to the channel if you love college football, and this is the time to do it, of course, with conference championship games just 2 weeks away, Notre Dame and Clemson, of course, in Charlotte. It seems to me, and I watched Notre Dame play there 5, 6, 7 times a year, something in that range. And Ian Book has been the quarterback forever. He's past 40 starts, I think, at this point, something in that range. That just the perception, not just that he's improved his play, but just the type of player he is. I just think even over the course of me watching Ian Book and knowing him about as well as a non-Notre Dame fan would, that I just even had a different impression. And I think people are looking into him differently, where he had this kind of like game manager, workman-like kind of guy that just made the throws that everybody can make. Sure, he could break contain out of the pocket and run, but he wasn't anything special, and he wouldn't. And now, just through the transformation of what we saw specifically against Clemson, but even in the aftermath of that North Carolina flip plays being blown up in regards to this guy suddenly has almost changed his persona from a perception standpoint of now he's this swashbuckling kind of Brett Favre kind of guy that runs around and does whatever. And it's like, did something change with this guy? Probably not. It's probably just in everybody's heads.
Right. I mean, I think there's definitely a confidence level that he's playing with that maybe he hadn't had at certain times, throughout his career. I mean, last year, that 6-game stretch to end the season, he was really good. Obviously, it maybe wasn't against the competition that they've played against, at least with Clemson and North Carolina games specifically. But also, at least in regards to this season, he had a brand new wide receiver core, essentially, that he was, kind of trying to gain chemistry with throughout the year. I mean, Javon McKinley hadn't really done much at Notre Dame until, this season. And now, he looks like possibly a legitimate NFL guy. Ben Skowronek was a transfer from Northwestern. Lindsey and Austin have both been hurt the majority of the season and haven't really gotten to play too much. Michael Mayer, obviously a really good, freshman tight end, but, he's a freshman. And then even the running backs. I mean, Chris Tyree's a freshman, Kyron Williams, who's up for the Doak Award. I think he's the only freshman up, or redshirt freshman up for the Doak Award this year. And, all those are pretty much new starters and guys that, didn't really get a lot of snaps in the past. Avery Davis is another guy in the slot. So, I mean, I think it maybe took a few weeks for him to gain some chemistry and different things like that with those guys. But now you're seeing pretty much everybody break out to an extent. And I think that's obviously, Book first and foremost. He's probably the reason why a lot of those guys are having really good seasons. But I think we know that if you're not with the same group of guys, for multiple years and multiple games, it can be pretty tough. So, I mean, I think that's something to be said for sure in regards to his play.